Hey everyone, welcome to this week's Tech in 2 presented by Live Oak Fiber. In this episode, I want to talk about the new Mac Mini that Apple released a few weeks ago, as well as the announcement from Tesla that they're bringing some upgrades to their charging stations. So a couple weeks ago, Apple released their new Mac Mini. I know this news is a couple weeks old, but a lot of the reviews are finally coming in, so it's a good time to talk about it because now we know everything about them, how they can be used, and what people think of them. I do believe that this is the first time the Mac Mini has gotten an upgrade since I believe 2010, so it was definitely due an upgrade. In fact, in a previous episode of Tech in 2, I even talked about how the Mac Mini was probably going to get a upgrade in Apple's week of announcements. However, I think this caught a lot of people off guard on how intriguing the new 2024 Mac Mini was actually going to be. To throw some quick stats at you, the Mac Mini is incredibly tiny at being just 5 inches wide, 5 inches long, and only 2 inches tall. So it is insanely small. The Mac Mini was redesigned to include Apple Silicon as well as contain either the M4 or the M4 Pro chip, depending on which one you buy and at which price tier. There are 4 different spec tiers that you can get. You'll be happy to know, though, that the internal unified memory has been upgraded to 16 gigabytes, which is doubling the previous version. But again, that was probably around 2010, so that probably was good for then. But now, obviously, RAM and the unified memory is something that is desperately needed and has been desperately being asked for in many of their product lineups. I'm saving the best for last about the Mac Mini, and the absolute best feature on the Mac Mini is that the base model of the Mac Mini starts at only $599, which is incredibly affordable, especially for how powerful it can actually be. And even better, if you have an EDU email, if you're in school, you can actually get the Mac Mini for $499. So it's definitely an affordable option if you need something that's actually even portable, or if you just need to upgrade your current workstation, but it's a great option for anybody out there that's looking for something new and something better. I highly recommend checking out the review from Marques Brownlee. It's up on his YouTube page. I'll even include it in the description on YouTube. Or you can check out the spec page on Apple on the actual product page. Get an idea on what you're actually going to be buying if you're interested in getting one. Moving on, Tesla has finally announced that they're going to be bringing their 500 kilowatt charging to their charging stations dotted around the country. While this is good news in general, the benefit to this 500 kilowatt charging is really only going to be felt to the people that own the Cybertruck or that actually own the Tesla semi-truck. For Tesla owners that own the Model S, E, X, or Y, you can only charge your car at the 150 kilowatt stations or the 250 kilowatt stations. The biggest complaint from Tesla owners, and maybe just people that are interested in maybe getting an electric car but are worried about that charging time, has always been how long it actually takes to charge their car, especially when they're traveling. Just for your information, if you're on the 250 kilowatt station, you can add up to around 200 miles in about 15 minutes. You're not stopping for all that long, but hopefully in the future with this 500 kilowatt charging option and what other upgrades come to the charging stations, hopefully that time will be getting lower and lower as we move forward. But that is all I have for you in this week's Tech in 2. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, there's some good Apple news with the stuff that they're releasing, and it's always nice to see that Tesla is adding some more features to their charging stations to make electric cars more of a viable option for more people. But as always, my name is Garrett with Live Oak Fiber, and I will see you next week.